What's up, folks? Hope you're all having a great day. Today, we are going to talk about my new musky setup, my new musky rod. A lot of you probably follow along, maybe social media, you saw that I got a couple St. Croix musky rods, and I ordered some reels also, Shimano Tranx. And everything came in, we're all spooled up, we're ready to go. So, thought I'd bring it on down to the old riverbank. It's kind of raining on and off, but I think we'll be all right. So what we got here is a St. Croix. It's a Legend Elite Musky. This is my first high-end St. Croix musky rod. In the past, when I would go musky fishing, I would really just use bass rods, like flipping. I'm trying to think what. I think I had a heavy swim bait rod that I would use for fishing muskies, but that was years ago. Now I'm doing it right. I'm getting set up right. It's 8'6". It's a medium heavy, fast action. It's rated from 30 to 65 pound line. Imagine that's a braid rating, and 3/4 to 3 ounce weight. My initial impressions of this rod, I'm not the guy really, I guess, to judge these rods at this point, but I am impressed by the weight. It's light. For how long this rod is, it is very light and comfortable. I don't want to get too carried away with this musky fishing, so I figured if I get, one or two, maybe three rods, kind of have them in the boat, have them on deck when I get around muskies. That way I can, just kind of have some fun. But this is the only Legend Elite I got. The other ones I got are Legend Tournaments, and I mean, this is a nice rod. You can definitely tell the difference when you pick the two different line of rods up, the two different this is the highest end. I guess the Legend Tournament, the blue rods, that's the next step down, but this is definitely, it has a very premium feel. For how long this thing is, it is really amazing how light it is in the tip. I'm excited to catch a couple fish on it, at least make a couple casts. My reel it's a Shimano Tranx. And I made some posts on social media about, which reel you guys would recommend getting. And most people recommended getting a 400. I played around with the two at a show this past winter, and I really like the feel of the 300 better. It's just a smaller profile reel. This is the fastest gear ratio. I forget what. I think it's like 7.6 to 1 or something like that. It's got a pretty fast gear ratio. They call it an HGA, made in Malaysia. Surprise, but whatever. It's got, like I said, big handle, big cranking handle. I do like that. The whole setup fits very well in my hand. It's very palmable. It's got 65 pound braid on it. 65 pound braid. I just have a fluorocarbon leader tied on. It's 30 pound. I know that's not going to be heavy enough. You guys are going to recommend going with a heavier leader, but probably going to recommend going with a heavier braid also. But I'm going to try this for now. If it works, I'll just keep rolling with it, and we'll see how it all goes. So right now I'm going to make a couple casts, just kind of get this whole setup dialed in. We'll see how that goes. bait that I'm throwing is probably about 10 years old. It's I believe they call it a bulldog. I'm not even sure how much it weighs. It might be like 2 or 3 ounces. This rod seems to handle it really well. It loads up nice, throws it nice. For the muskies I'm planning on going after, are not in Pennsylvania. The muskies I'm planning on going after are up in New York. And I kind of have a feeling those fish are a little dumber than the fish around here, so I can probably get away with using a 10-year-old lure. They won't know the difference. These fish down here, I think, get a lot more pressure. So perhaps they're a little smarter, perhaps they're a little more educated, but I got a bunch of this stuff. I'll kind of show you. See what I'm working with here. This is just it's an old kitty litter bucket modified into a custom tackle box. We got a bunch of different stuff in there. I got a bunch of these bulldogs, like double cowgirl style spinner baits, the chopper, like top raider, top water lures. I got some big tubes. I think there's some Medusas in there. I don't know. Like I said, I think the fish up where I'm headed are going to be a little dumber and maybe not as picky. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I don't have to get too crazy and invest all kinds of money in musky baits. I'm really impressed with the performance of this so far. I really have no complaints. Obviously, I'm just fishing off of a bank, so what can you really expect? But the rod loads up well, it casts well, it's light in the tip, it's comfortable to hold, it looks cool. It really is a premium rod. I'm not sure exactly what these things retail for, but if all goes well, I'll probably get a second one and maybe even a third one of these rods. We'll see. I guess it really depends on what weight lures I'm going to be throwing up there in New York. I'm going after the big ones, the big uns. I'm talking 50 pounders, 60 inchers. Probably have a better chance of, well, even if I get a 40 pounder, I just want to catch a fish. I just want to catch a muskie. That's really what I want to do. That's what I'm going after. But if I catch a monster, freaking great. Where I'm headed, I know monsters live. I've seen them. Freaking giants. Giants. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a fun year. The reel, I love. No complaints with the reel. I think I'm gonna like this 300 better than the 400. I don't know why these guys are so crazy about, you know, this 400 reel. This is all right. So maybe my line is a little light. This is 65-pound braid. You can see the spool is full. I'm gonna make a full cast right now. I'm gonna let this boat go by first though. And some guys are saying that you need to go 80-pound, but watch. That was a nice long cast, and there's still plenty of line on that reel. I don't think you're gonna cast all the line off the reel. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. If you're casting all the line off of one of these reels, you ought to be entering some kind of freaking casting competitions. I don't know, but I found the gear ratio on it. It is a 7.6 gear ratio. It's just a fantastic reel. Drag is super tight. I mean, I pretty much, the musky fishing that I have done so far, whenever I go musky fishing, I like to lock the drag down. I lock it up. You don't want to get a bite from a fish and whoosh, swing on it. Drag pulls. That's a bunch of bull. We got a train coming, so it's gonna get pretty loud. Thanks for checking this one out, guys. I'll try and stay in touch about this rod and my reel setup and my musky fishing from this year. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.